So the Steam Next Fest just happened at time of recording. I'm sure this is going to go up several months later because I'm a lazy son of a pickup. But I played a lot of demos. And I do not have the time to do a full video on all of them. So I'm going to give you an elevator pitch for all of them in 3 sentences or less. You ready? Good? Good. Let's go. Wander home, you're an arena fighter, and it sucks. So you take some time off to brew tea in a tea shop, and that also sucks. Davy Reed's pretentious. Next. Mindwave, it's Danganronpa meets WarioWare. I don't need to tell the sick fucks who smiled at that concept that you're gonna love this. You're gonna love this. Blueprints. Yes, they even turned House of Leaves into a roguelite. You could roguelite anything. Demon Tides, Wind Waker meets Super Mario Sunshine. Also, it has a Has-Been Hotel, Hell of a Boss type aesthetic. If you like this sort of stuff, you know who you are. Of the Devil, Ace Attorney meets Dexter. That's the serial killer, not the scientist. The 100-line Last Defense Academy. Okay, I may actually make a video on this. This is the creators of Danganronpa and Zero Escape making a game that is Fire Emblem meets Persona. That's like everything I like in one sentence. Dark Deity 2, remember the Game Boy Fire Emblems? It's that. Monster Train 2, remember Pokemon? It's not that, it's a roguelite. Out of Sight, Tim Burton puzzle sneaky horror. Monaco 2, I like stealing things. Everhood 2, Undertale if it were Guitar Hero. Honestly, it's not as good as the first one. Haste, Broken Worlds, roguelite Sonic the Hedgehog? They really can roguelite anything. Skin Deep, Deus Ex style immersive sim, but with neon paint. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tactical Takedown. Fire Emblem, but Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Sign me up. Labyrinth of the Demon King. Okay, I may actually do another video on this one too. Remember Kingsfield? No, of course you don't. That's what FromSoft did before they did the Souls games. This is that, 4:3 aspect ratio and everything. But good, like really, really good. And also with a Japanese horror aesthetic. I think I'm over 3 sentences, I don't care, let's move on. Asgard's Fall, Viking Survivors. It's Vampire Survivors, but God of War. Cool. Is this seat taken? Cozy puzzle game about putting people in the right seats or else they crash out on each other. Drop Duchy, Tetris if it were a Euro game about farming. Aethermancer, Pokemon if it were Dark Souls if it were a roguelite. They really can roguelite. Starless Abyss, sci-fi horror strategy game that's also a roguelite deck builder. Gal Guardian, Servants of the Dark. Look, I play it for the gameplay. I play it for the gameplay, guys. I play it for the gameplay. Am I Nima? Have you ever had to try to convince someone who is hallucinating that you are who you are? Well, it's that, but a horror game. Fellowship. Okay, so imagine the raid part of an MMO. It's just that. There's no leveling, no need to buy things in shops. It's just the raids. He is Coming, winner of Best Innuendo. You wander around a pixel fantasy world as time ticks down, and when time's up, you have to fight a big boss. The cool thing about this is that the big boss could either be a huge monster or another player playing the game. It's an RPG roguelite PvP auto battler. It's pretty cool. Nitrogen Omega, turn-based tactical RPG, but also Trigun, Creepy Redneck Dinosaur Mansion 3. Are you a hardcore gamer that likes story-rich sci-fi, cyberpunk, horror games that strike terror into your... It's Bejeweled. It's just Bejeweled. Sorry, Candy Crush for Gen Z. Promise Mascot Agency. You are a Japanese brand mascot. It sucks. You do crime. Mecha Break. What if Armored Core was more anime? Do no harm. What if Trauma Center was more Lovecraft? Ruffy and the Riverside. What if Banjo-Kazooie was more Paper Mario? Detective Instinct. Farewell, my beloved. What if Ace Attorney was for those weird middle-aged white women who get really, really into true crime? Wheel World. Save the world by summoning spirits with sick bicycle tricks. Guns on Darkness. This is the most grim, dark bullshit that... Wait, this was done by Shoji Metaguro? The same dude who did Persona? Alright, I'm in. Never mind. Castle vs. Castle. It's another card battle or roguelite. This one was funded by the same person who did Slay the Spire, though, so it has a pedigree. The First Berserker, Kazan. Dungeon Fighter Online if it were Dark Souls. Deck of Haunts. Roguelite deck builder, but you have to build a haunted house that makes people go insane. Duck Detective, The Ghost of Glamping. A sequel to Duck Detective, and if you don't know what that is, it's Ace Attorney. With ducks. Isle of Reveries. What if they made the original Link's Awakening for the Game Boy, but now? Neo Junk City. Multi-genre, cyberpunk, everything. It's an RPG, there are driving segments, there's mystery segments, it's just a bunch thrown together, and it's good. Run Tavern Quest. It's a classic text-based RPG, except You're not the player, you're the DM. Knightica. It's like totally accurate battle simulator, but like toned down, just toned down a bit. Roguelite deck builder. This game is an idle clicker game about building a deck. It's great. Horizons, the end of words. What if Scrabble were a roguelite science fiction? Metro Gravity, Gravity Rush meets Hi-Fi Rush. Curiosity. They made another cat game, guys. They made another cat game. Geno Kids. Defeat aliens with the power of rock and roll. Monster Prom 4. Monster Con. Look, I play it for the gameplay. I play it for the gameplay. Nordhold. Norse roguelite city builder tower defense. Also a huge time sink. Soccer, the emotional sandbox game. Sorry, wait. I should actually do this with the audience in mind. Football, the emotional sandbox game. Game of Thrones, King's Road. It's bad. Shotgun Cop Man. Absurdist run and gun puzzle platformer. It's great. Best Served Cold, Ace Attorney if you are a bartender. Grimoire Groves. Alright, so this is Hades, except it's like full of like queer and the occult. So it's just Hades. Actually, it's more like if Hades was Steven Universe, but you get the idea. Shoutouts to the integration of Pikmin-style mechanics, though. That's pretty cool. Doll's Nest. I play it for the gameplay, guys. I play it for the gameplay. Actually, this is just another Souls-like. It's kind of cool, but I mean, the draw is building the cute anime robot girls. Among Us 3D. You don't need me to explain this to you. Gnomes, turn-based roguelike. Gnomes, turn-based roguelite tower. My roommate's dog says this game is crap. Toward Dawn, JRPG with just the most fuckable werewolves. Claire a la mode, Burger Time, but ice cream. Bonnie Bear saves Frog Time. Okay, have you ever had that friend who had like a really specific special interest? This is that, but a turn-based strategy game. It's weird, but it's delightful. Hero Quest 64, Mario 64, Butt Frog, Angry Video Game Nerd 8-bit. Is the Angry Video Game Nerd still relevant, guys? It's like 2025. Your House, a narrative puzzle thriller game. I'm gonna be honest, this is pretty basic as far as games go, but I ended up playing it just because the Steam icon said Your Ho-Oos. Advent Neon, what if Sonic the Hedgehog punched you in the face? Wild Keepers Rising, Vampire Survivors if it were Pokemon, and the Pokemon were just weird nightmare fuel. Lost in Random, The Eternal Die. It's like Diablo, but more random. Static Dread, 15 Nights at the Old Lighthouse. Papers, Please meets Lovecraft. Look, I know I'm saying X meets Y a lot, but like, lots of games are derivative, and there's nothing wrong with that. Maliki, Poison of the Past. Early PS2 cutesy JRPG vibes? Think Grandia. Price of Flight, Undertale-style Game Boy game whose combat is, well, it's like Wordle, and like other like daily browser games. It's cool. Quatros Noir. It's Tetris, but it's 3D. But it's Tetris. Actually, I feel like I need to give more time to this one. Basically, you play 2D Tetris, but then it rotates as if it were part of like a 3D cylinder. And so your board is always changing because you can't really see the pieces you're dropping in 3D. It's actually quite cool. Anyway, I think that's all the games I played this Next Fest. Edge, how many was that? Probably too many. Anyway, leave the games that you like the most from this Steam's Next Fest down in the comments, and I will see you next time. Wait. Since Edge said I had to do one more to reach the funny number, here it is. Nubby's Number Factory. It's this. I'd like to shout out my patrons, JD, John Zandler, Lily Rose, The Unicorn Nick, Tuck, TB Skyen, Neonstalgia, Casual Gamer, Long Arms McGee, Saiga Runner, Chris E, Brian S, BR Killer, Alex Bradley, Pharos Neptune, Lycanian, Jackson Kane, Fugo, Alyssa, Greg, Ben, and Judge Zid. If you want to see these videos early as well as the making of process, feel free to check out my Patreon. And be sure to follow me at all my good socials, TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, you get the idea. And move to Blue Sky, Twitter sucks now.